Okay, now let us discuss Abraham Lincoln. Now, Abraham Lincoln is one of four United States presidents that dare to stand up to the elite bankers. We also spoke about Andrew Jackson that did the same. But before we get into that, let us have a look at what two United States presidents had to say about our freedom. Number 48 president, which is Ronald Reagan, had this to say: if we lose freedom here, there is no place to escape to it. This is the last stand on earth. Now he's trying to warn us that there is more to this than what meets the eyes. People, pay attention and do some research. Also, President Woodrow Wilson, number 28 president in 1912, during his campaign speeches said this: we have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the world. No longer a government of free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and duress of small groups of dominant men. Now, people, they are telling you, do not let these people take away your civil liberties using false flag event and having you hand over your civil rights, handing over your freedoms. Do not let them take your guns, because this is how you protect your property and your families, regardless of ethnic origin or religion. Open your eyes and do not be fooled by these people. Let us get into Abraham Lincoln. Now, Abraham Lincoln is the number 16th president. He was born February 12, 1809 in Kentucky, USA, and he died April 15, 1865 in Washington, D.C. Now, Abraham Lincoln, he was the second president who challenged the elites. But the elites are so advanced now, they know how to take care when anyone challenges them. They know how to take care of them. So let's keep it moving. In 1862 and 1863, he refused to pay the high rates of interest demanded by the elite bankers. The rate was set at 28%. Now, Abraham Lincoln wanted to print its own money. He also wanted to issue constitutionally authorized interest-free United States notes. The founding father made sure that it was in the Constitution for a honest and debt-free money system. Now, in Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 5 of the Constitution, it states, Congress shall have the power to coin money and regulate the value thereof. So President Abraham Lincoln have the full backing of the Constitution. He did not need the authority of private citizens that have their own interests. So he went ahead. He ordered and he printed 450 million notes at no interest to the federal government. Now, these notes were called the greenbacks and were debt-free. These money were printed in green ink and therefore were different from other bills in circulation. And they were backed by the full faith of the United States government. So we see President Abraham Lincoln went over the heads of the elites and avoid paying them any interest, right? And Abraham Lincoln was able to pay off all the U.S. debts. No, the elites are not just going to sit back and allow this president to push them around. After all, they've had the experience with Andrew Jackson and was well aware what they were going to do. So in 1863, the same year, the elite, they struck back. They never waited. And through their own agent, which is Treasury Secretary Salmon Chase, he succeeded to force a bill, and the bill is called the National Banking Act. And this bill allowed private corporations to gain the authority to issue money, right? Now, these people are not elected by the United States people, but yet still they want the authority over the United States economy, over their money. But no surprise there, a few months, right, and Abraham Lincoln was killed. because they made sure they gave him a bullet because he was contesting this thing. He wasn't having none of it. So he was killed by John Wilkes Booth, and he's an agent of the elite, and he was contracted to kill Abraham Lincoln. He was later sent to England, where he lived out his life comfortable on a pension provided by these elite bankers. Now, people, you've got to understand that these people already control your money, so they want to control everything about your lives. So the United States economy has to go down, and with it your freedom as well. By taking the guns, they're hoping to do that. Now, bravo to Abraham Lincoln for standing up to these elite bankers, even though it cost him his life. We will continue to pray and say glory be to the Most High.